A quick update, we've got the OEM levers back on now. They arrived today. So I got rid of the cheapy white ones that were on there. And then finally got around to cleaning up the rear sprocket and chain and got rid of all the crap. Just used some kerosene and toothbrush to clean up. Came up nice. So on to more cleanup. Okay, so here we're back working on the bodywork again, and this time the plan is to, I got to repair this. This is where it punched through from the backside from the frame slider when it fell over. There's a ridge here and a ridge here, and so I did manage to get a nice original decal. It does have the pearl white background, so the plan now is to peel this whole decal off. Once that's peeled off, I got to clean all the adhesive off it. And once the adhesive's off it, then I can set about repairing this. Once that's repaired, I get it painted and then put the new decal on it. So that's the process. And the most painstaking part of this is going to be peeling it off. So first step is to warm it with a heat gun. Not too much that it starts to distort the ABS or anything like that, but warm enough to make it easier to peel. And that'll take me quite a while, but I'll kind of show you how it goes. We're getting a little bit closer, so we'll keep on going. Once you kind of get the heat setting just right and your peel speed, I will call it, appropriate, you can end up getting off some pretty big chunks and it starts to go a bit faster. Okay, so we got all the decals off. Only decal is off. That took me about an hour, and so right there you can see the areas where it has kind of punched through, and unfortunately it's not only punched through the ABS, but it actually seems to have stretched the ABS and distorted it. So if I get this angle on here, you can actually see a little bit better. So there's the areas where it kind of punched through and stretched, and then down here there's a section there where it's kind of rises up here, and then there's a bit of a belly, and then it kind of rises up again. So all of the stress has kind of created this you kind of see it there where there's these raised and lowered spots in the ABS. If I can see where those lines are there, you can see how it's all distorted. Straight lines are reflecting off the ceiling of my shop here. You can kind of see where they start to bend. It shows you that the panel is no longer smooth. So now I got to figure out, fixing the punch through and grinding through that and filling it and welding it or whatever is the easy part. And I really would like to avoid putting filler in here if I can. So I'm gonna have to think about how I fix that. I don't know whether any heat can reform that with a bit of pressure and then let it cool off. After I cut through this and relieve some of the stress, it might help, but yeah, this is going to take a little bit of work, I think. Well, that's what this is all about. Okay, so here we are after all of the adhesive has been cleaned off. So she's pretty shiny now. And it just kind of shows you can see where if I tilt it right there, there's kind of a dot, a white dot in the center of the frame. Sort of the picture, and that's kind of a low spot that's been created by the stress in the plastic. So I don't know if I can fix this or not. We'll give it a go, but just in case I can't, I have ordered another OEM side panel off of eBay, used one which I can get painted up, and I've ordered another decal. So it was only 50 bucks for the OEM side panel, and it was, I think, 60 bucks for this decal. So good insurance. We'll give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so after grinding out that area that had been stretched from the impact on the backside of the bracket, it has become abundantly clear that this is not ABS plastic. So what it looks like is, given the very high flexibility of this side panel and the color of it, I think what we're dealing with here is a polyurethane plastic, something very similar to what you'd find in a bumper cover on a car. I did manage to apply a little bit of heat to this, and I've gotten it to sit relatively flush. This is going to need a little bit more work, and there's still a few ripples in here, but it's a lot better. It's starting to sit, now that I cut the relief in there, it's starting to sort of settle down a little bit. But I am not going to be able to plastic weld that. I am not going to be able to use plastics on it. There is I guess a polyurethane epoxy bumper repair kit that I might be able to use. However, I think I'm also going to go down the path of ordering a used panel and getting the whole thing painted. I just put an order in for this decal from the Yamaha dealer, and that way I've got a contingency plan, because I am not confident that this is going to either last the way I want it to last. I know that stuff for the bumper repair, you pretty much have to use like a fiberglass tape on the back to give it the appropriate amount of support. And just given how flexible this is, I might give it a go, but I gotta have a plan B on hand here, and I don't want even the inside of this. I don't want it looking like a dog's breakfast in here. So that's what I'm finding so far. So there's the epoxy that I've applied to the backside, and once that's dry, I'm going to sand that down, and then we'll do the little bit on the front side. Okay, a little progress report here. The upper fairing has all been repaired and primed and sanded, so that's ready to go to my painter. But not until I get this decal from Yamaha. I decided to it'll just make the spraying easier and the blending of the clear better if I can remove this decal and get a new one. So I'm not taking anything in until that arrives. Same with this. I've decided I've got this one, a replacement for this decal, and I'm waiting for this one to come in. Once this one comes in, I'll peel this off, and I can actually finish repairing and priming that. This panel is repaired and primed, but it's not had a final sanding. It's not going to look like that square shape by the time it's all sanded out, but this is the panel I'm going to be using to get the color match for the blue. So I just got to be careful I don't sand too far into that nice blue over here. And then last but not least, this is the new panel that arrived. It's well, it's a used item, but it's in good shape. So I've just started to do a bit of wet sanding on this. There's still a few shiny spots on there. You can see that I gotta keep sanding it, but I'm gonna get this one repainted blue as well. I should have enough decals by the time everything arrives to decal this up in the same Fiat Yamaha livery. So then I can decide which one I put on. But that's where we are at the moment. So once the rest of the decals arrive, I can take a panel in to get it paint matched, and then off to the painter.